Eschatology makes a distinction between the end of history and the end of the world. They are two separate events. The world will end when the mountains are going to become like pieces of cotton wool floating. The, the world will end when the present material universe will be transformed into something different. If this is a world of space and of time, the new world after that would be different. And the world will end with the resurrection, when all people will come out of their graves in a new life to be judged before the Lord God and to be rewarded or punished in heaven or in hell. This is the end of the world. But before the world ends, Islamic eschatology believes that there will be an end to history. The historical process will culminate with the final and conclusive triumph of truth over falsehood, truth over all rivals, and with the final and conclusive triumph of justice over injustice and oppression. Islamic eschatology locates that end of history with the return of the true Messiah, the Son of Mary, Jesus, the Son of Mary, Allah's blessings be upon them both. That he will return to the world in a triumphant return, and that he will restore in the Holy Land the true state of Israel, the holy state of Israel. And so we recognize the present state of Israel to be an impostor, and it will be replaced by the true state of Israel. The present state of Israel is an oppressor, the world's greatest oppressor. And there is zero tolerance for oppression in Islam. And so the present state of Israel will come to an end when Jesus returns, and it will be replaced by the true and authentic holy state of Israel, which had come from the prophets David and Solomon, Allah's blessings be upon them both. In this respect, there is no difference between Christian eschatology and Islamic eschatology. We both have the same views concerning the end of history. And so we will expect the end of history to come first, and then the end of the world to come after that. When will the world end? I don't know. Professor Dugan does not know. Nobody knows when the world will end. Only the Lord God knows when the world will end. And so we cannot offer any opinion on that subject. But when will history end? Oh yes, we do have a lot of evidence, a lot of signs by which we can know that the end of history is approaching, that we are close to the end time. And I will be happy to share some of those signs by which we can anticipate that we are close to the end of history.